Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Delaney Giles.
And I'm Jake Buds. Let's take a look at the news.
On Monday morning, students received an email from the desk of University President Stephen Staniford. The email was in regards to Dr. Walter Zakahi, who will be retiring as Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at the end of the academic year. While Zakahi started working for Bradley in 2016, he actually attended the university and graduated in the year 1978. During his time here, he earned his Bachelor's of Science in Speech Communication and was a part of the speech team. Throughout his career with Bradley, Zakahi helped lead the faculty salary adjustment in 2018, the development of the Academic Success Center, and the growth of the online education at Bradley. Once Zakahi departs, Dr. Christopher Jones is set to take over on June 1st. Jones is the current Vice President for Strategy and Innovation and has helped with the development of Bradley's strategic plan, several new academic programs, experiential learning opportunities, and partnerships.
This week is Garrett Week, a week to honor the namesake of the Garrett Cultural Center, Romeo B. Garrett, the first African-American professor to teach at Bradley University. Monday, he was celebrated with the return of the Paint a Garrett event. Both students and faculty came together to honor the late professor on Excellence Day, and the word excellence marked the shirts that were given out at the event, which emphasized Dr. Garrett's accomplishments. Students were given paint and a printed portrait of the professor to create their own renditions of his image as they talked amongst themselves, enjoyed food, and learned more about Dr. Garrett. In addition to painting his portrait, students were able to partake in trivia about the professor, which further promoted his legacy. The event was as well as Garrett Week as a whole is meant to showcase multicultural awareness around the community, and looking across the crowd, it is evident of Garrett's lasting impact.
Last week, Common Ground hosted its annual Pride Prom for the LGBTQ+ students at the Student Center Ballroom. The event has been a tradition to give back to students who may not have been able to attend their high school prom proud and openly. Whether it be prom attire or something more casual, students were encouraged to come as they please, with no expectations on how any attendee should experience the event. There were games, photo ops, food, and an open dance floor incentivizing students to mingle with their other LGBTQ+ peers. Common Ground prides itself on opening up spaces on campus beyond its few diversity hubs, such as the Kaleidoscope Room and the Garrett Center, to see students feeling welcome across all of Bradley's spaces, especially the typical hotspots on campus like the Student Center.
We don't want queer students to fall into that trap where they feel isolated, and even if they live on a queer floor, it's sometimes really hard for them to get out and express themselves in the way that they want to. And having a space with other queer students, they are able to really express themselves and feel at home here. A lot of people today were wearing stuff that normally they don't wear throughout the day. And I feel like that's just important for them to feel safe.
In addition to Pride Prom, Common Ground takes time to host other inclusive events, honor LGBTQ+ holidays, and has even recently opened a community closet for the donation of clothes. To check out their closets, the executive members can be found during the school week at Sisson Hall 429. To further keep in touch with their organization and their events, follow Common Ground on My Common Ground on Instagram.
The votes for the new student body president are in, and it's actually one of our own. Fellow news anchor Dahlia Young has been elected as the 2024 through 2025 student body president. She will be joined by Rodrigo Trujillo as Speaker of the Assembly, Lauren Henson as Chief of Staff, and Sarah Denton for Director of Admissions. To learn more about the Student Senate and the new leaders in office, you can find them on Instagram at Bradley Senate. This past Friday, the Indian Student Organization hosted a celebration for Holi, the festival of color on the Alumni Quad, where a large group of students came together to share in the festivities. The Hindu festival, which signifies the triumph of good over evil, is based on a lunar cycle and fell on March 25th this year. The celebration took place a couple weeks after the given date, but occurred on a day with particularly ideal weather conditions to celebrate outdoors. Students took advantage of spreading out across the Alumni Quad, which was taped off for the event, and they got into the spirit of Holi by dancing with their friends and peers and throwing colored powder into the air, seen on their clothes and faces. Holi has been one of the ways that ISA has increased diversity and representation on campus, and we look forward to seeing what else the organization will bring to Bradley.
Coming up, we get to take a look at the weather with Rachel Hobbs.
And celebrate an anniversary of a rat jamming out on a toy piano with Cassie Maxwell.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future.
I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those two girls.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now. Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Not to be a typical Midwesterner, you guys, but today's weather would have been perfect if it weren't for the wind.
I know, you tell me. Hey, the wind was there, but the sun came out and it warmed you up. So
it's true.
I think there was a good even.
Yep. But the wind messes up my hair, and you know what's more important? My hair. I need to look good for this, for you guys. So we're gonna take a look at what it's like on campus today. As Delaney has said, it was indeed windy. See the trees moving, but I will say the trees are getting a lot greener and fuller. Oh, we got a new spot. You know, we got to change it up a little bit. It's especially with this weather, because we are unfortunately going back to how it was a couple weeks ago with the cooler weather. Now we're going to take a look at the temperature map for today. It's a little cloudy. It's okay though. It is going to, you know, brighten your day, hopefully, sooner or later. You know, I'll be your sunshine for the day. We do have rain over by Michigan, but we're going to take a look at the temperature right now. Right now, we're sitting at about 64 degrees. Hey, I will say it's better than 30. I don't need to wear my coat anymore. So we're seeing a lot more red and yellow, a little colder up north, but they'll be fine. Now on to the 5-day forecast. We do see some rain. That's okay, guys. We're seeing as high as 64 tomorrow, but it will be raining. What I'm seeing is the pattern is that the temperature goes higher, it is going to start raining more. So next week, we are going to be seeing a lot more rain later in the week by Tuesday and Wednesday. Partly cloudy, partly sunny. And on Sunday, we get a beautiful day with the sun. So make sure to protect your eyes and wear sunglasses. Now to Cassie with entertainment.
Thank you, Rachel. Hatsune Miku, a persona for a 2007 voice synthesizer, wow, has fans upset she couldn't make her typical in-person performance. Since 2014, Krypton Future Media has had Miku as a hologram at every Miku Expo, a series of world tours featuring Miku and her friends singing. This year, however, they used a television screen, leaving fans upset considering how the tickets can cost up to $300. Many are blaming this on the new partnership with Crunchyroll, an anime distribution company, which was made for Miku Expo's 10th anniversary. Since the complaints, changes have made at tours such as moving the screen backwards to make it more immersive. But fans are still upset. Hopefully, Miku will make a proper appearance soon. April 13th just passed, and everyone knows what that means. It's the 18th anniversary of this picture of Neil the rat banging out to tunes. In 2006, this picture of a rat chilling next to his toy piano was posted on Tumblr by Lambhoof. Now, every April 13th, Tumblr has a holiday of spreading this image around, as well as creating fan art for Neil. For those of you who celebrate happy belated Neil banging out the tunes day. Shadow the Hedgehog has been a popular character since his debut in 2001, sometimes even being more popular than Sonic himself. This week, fans of him received a lot of content. Firstly, it was announced to be the Year of the Shadow by Sega, a celebration of Shadow the Hedgehog and the messages he sends to his audience, being break barriers, be unafraid, be at your best, and do it all with a powerful confidence. To kick off this year, there is now a Shadow the Hedgehog Lego set, a motorcycle based on Shadow's design, and more promotional content for the upcoming Sonic X Shadow Generations game. And to top it all off, Keanu Reeves is voicing Shadow the Hedgehog in the third Sonic movie. Sonic fans have certainly been spoiled this week, and if Year of the Shadow is anything like the previous year's celebration of Fast Friends Forever, then it looks like we'll be getting more content soon.
Well, guys, happy belated Neil Banging Out the Tunes Day. Personally, I've never even seen that photo, so I'm very, very fortunate to see that. And I will be celebrating April 13th from now on. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, no, same.
I agree.
It's a religious experience.
Truly religious.
All right, well, stick around for our next segment where we get to hear all about a gala with BUTV reporter Dylan Baus.
We finally get to take you behind the scenes of BUTV up next.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
Roll over. Chance high five.
All right.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique.
And your mother and...
I am totally a hat person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
The African Student Association is hosting their annual gala night this Saturday at 6 p.m. in the Student Center Ballroom. Our reporter Dylan Baus is live from the ballroom with more information about the event. Take it away, Dylan.
Thanks, Jake. I'm here with Catherine Gould, who is the secretary of the African Student Association. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So how did you get involved in the ASA, and what does the organization mean to you?
So I got involved my freshman year when they had like a welcome back bash. It was super low key, but that's really where I got to meet a lot of the people that I really call my friends now. And so when I heard that there was a spot opening up to be on the exec board, I thought that would be a really great opportunity to kind of help other people kind of get, make more friends, kind of just like what I did. So yeah.
Nice. So as secretary, sort of what are some of your duties and what do you do to put towards some of these events? How do they coordinate?
Yeah, so we have like exec board meetings every week. We talk about what events are coming up, and then we kind of just like who's doing what and how can we all help each other succeed. If we're doing a collaboration, who needs to send out that email or something like that. And so that's kind of what we've been doing, preparing for our gala night. Yeah.
Right, perfect. And so going off of that, I know that you guys do have the gala night. It's a really big deal.
Yes.
So in terms of that, What kind of performances can we expect to see at the gala, and sort of what is going to be represented there?
Yes, so we will be having models coming on, showing some just different fashion, African fashion, both male and female. We'll also be having dancers. We're doing ASA students dancing, but then we'll also be doing a collaboration with Vitality, which is a dance club here on campus.
Right.
So that'll be something different that we haven't done in the past, and I'm super excited.
Yeah, that's going to be a great collab. I'm glad
Yeah,
to see what you
yeah.
guys are doing that. It's going to be enticing.
Yep.
So in terms of events in the past, what are some of the favorite things that have gone on there, and kind of what makes them your favorite?
Yeah, so last year was my first year here and being a part of the ASA Gala, and my personal favorite was modeling because I was a part of it, and I really enjoyed the process. It kind of got me out of my comfort zone. And so I was able to like collaborate with a lot of other people because we had like solo walks, and then we had like groups as well with their partner and stuff. And so it was just something a little bit different, getting to know people. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. So when it comes to the gala, my most important question, I'm sure many people out there, what kind of food are we going to see there?
Yes, that's such a big question. I've been getting that a lot. And so while I do have to say, you have to be there to know exactly what's on the menu.
Okay.
We definitely have options for everybody. We have vegetarian option, gluten-free options, but everything is delicious. And so we'll be helping prepare it, so you know all the best ingredients and all the best stuff. So,
Great.
Yes.
So last but not least, how can we reach out to you? How can people reach out to you if they want to be interested in events like this?
So we do have an email. It's BU African Student Association @gmail.com. You can also find us on on our Instagram. We have posters always every single week around with whatever event we're having. And so, or just find me. I'm here in the Student Center. I'm in Beck. I'm all over the place. So yeah.
Perfect. Sounds good. That's all the time that we have. I really do appreciate you for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much.
If anybody wants to get in contact with ASA, you can reach them at Bradley_ASA_ on Instagram. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Dylan. Today we're going to take a look at the behind the scenes of our own show with an interview with director Cole St. Ives.
For most students, directing a newscast team seems like a goal for the far-off future. However, for Cole St. Ives, that future is his present, as he's the current acting director of Bradley's newscast team, BUTV News.
One of the reasons why I came to Bradley in the first place was BUTV. So I knew that the first day of school, you can just come in and we have rehearsal, or auditions, I should say, the first night of school. And so I came here and they immediately started putting me to work on the cameras.
As the director, Cole has to manage multiple aspects of the show, whether that be looking for interview guests, writing scripts, and directing the other roles.
I guess I would say that during the show from 6 to 6:30, my position is definitely the most important, just because I'm telling everyone when to do their position. Even if they did everything right, if it's timed incorrectly, it just looks wrong.
While Cole's job as a director is a necessity to the overall success of the show, he acknowledges every team member's contribution is equally important and needed.
We have a great team right now. So there's a few people who do quite a bit of work behind the scenes. It's mainly our producer, Madeline, and she'll basically write most of the script and do a lot of the ordering of the show and basically compiling all the content that's going to be shown. We all work together as a team in order to accomplish the goal.
While Cole enjoys being director of BUTV News, he's thankful for the experiences he's learned and plans to take that experience to Hollywood.
So actually, I'm doing the Hollywood semester next semester, and so I do want to be working behind the scenes at some sort of news or TV production, and so this experience will definitely help me in those situations. Just knowing how to communicate with other crew members, and knowing how to do quite a few different roles behind the scenes on a production will be very helpful. Eventually, my goal is to be a director of some sort. I don't know of what yet, but I do want to be a director sometime in the future. So this is definitely a step on my path to get there.
For BUTV News, I'm Daniel Zurcher.
Coming up, I get to take on the title of sports anchor, but for this show only.
And we will also be taking a look at this week ahead on Bradley's campus.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking, let's go. You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
The family's visit to the forest inspired a beautiful question. Mother, mother, am I a tree? You tell me to stand tall. The trees stand tall. Mother, mother, you tell me to stay rooted. The tree's roots go deep. You tell me to focus on my breath, and the trees breathe for the earth. I think I am a tree. My child, of course you are. But what kind of tree will you be? Will you be the kind that makes shade? Or the kind that shows a new way? Might you be the kind to hug? Or the kind to climb? Doesn't matter which you choose, so long as you choose to be a tree that's kind. The child had a few more questions after that, and the forest had plenty of answers.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next. We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
So I'm really looking forward to sports today. Harvey, I love the new look that you're going for.
Thank you. I'm trying something a little bit different with my hair. Just kidding, guys. Harvey and I did not pull a Freaky Friday. It's still me, Delaney. But welcome back to BUTV Sports this week, which was another eventful one for Bradley Athletics. So let's start off with baseball. Unfortunately, the Braves find themselves trending on the wrong side of the win-loss column, losing all 5 games they played last week, which included a 3-game series sweep against Indiana State. Taking a look at the series against Indiana State, it was clear why the Sycamores currently sit at the top of the Missouri Valley Conference in standings. In Game 1, Indiana State jumped out to an early lead and never looked back, amassing 21 total hits on the game to cruise past the Braves 14-2, with the one saving grace for Bradley being a 2-run homer from center fielder Ryan Vogel in the 5th. Game 2 saw more of the same as the Braves were held to just 2 hits, one of them a solo shot by shortstop Jackson Chatterton for their only run. Indiana State's bats stayed consistent as they took Game 2 from the Braves 11-1. In Game 3, the Braves put up a much more of a fight with a 5-run 7th-inning rally, cutting the Sycamores' lead to just 2. Unfortunately, Indiana State answered back, scoring 10 runs in the bottom of the 8th to beat the Braves 17-6. Bradley currently sits at a 10-23 record, but they have a chance to move up amid a close race in the conference standings. Moving on to softball, and they nearly swept their 3-game series against Northern Iowa this past week, winning the first 2 games but narrowly losing Game 3, keeping the Braves at an even 21-21 record. Game 1 was a smooth 6-0 victory for Bradley, with Sydney Kennedy contributing with both her arm and her bat, allowing just 3 hits in a 10-strikeout complete game shutout while hitting 2 and 4 with 2 RBIs. Bailey Sample also homered for the Braves, ending the day with 3 RBIs. Game 2 was much closer, however. UNI scored 2 runs in the 6th inning to cut Bradley's lead to just 1. But the Braves held on to take Game 2 3-2, with Kennedy once again registering 2 hits. However, the Braves could not hold on in Game 3, with UNI's solo home run in extra innings pushing them past Bradley 5-4. Not much has changed in the standings this past week in the MVC, but had Bradley been able to sweep UNI, they would currently be 3rd in the conference. But that Game 3 win by the Panthers unfortunately keeps them just above Bradley for the time being, as the Braves sit tied with Illinois State for 4th.
Yeah, I mean, based off those standings, Bradley's doing great.
Yeah, hopefully we can keep it moving next week, get up there.
Absolutely.
Well, don't go anywhere, because how else are you going to know what's happening this and next week?
And we will also be hearing a fantastic music performance to end our show.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR. It's all good if you think you should check in. Yeah, you should.
Whatever gets you talking. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Whatever gets you talking. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay. You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in. Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
To Sofia and Gabriel, Miss Flores, my little flowers. Even though these old knees can't follow on your adventure to the forest today, these flowers represent my love, so you can take me with you wherever you go, near or far. These stitches and threads join us together. Me, your mother, and both of you. And wherever you see a flower, a bird, a beautiful tree, know that my love is with you as you bring our colorful stories to the world.
Make the forest part of your story at a park near you. Find one at discovertheforest.org.
If you thought you were going to be robbed this weekend, think again, because we have two exciting events that you can all attend Saturday, April 20th. April 20th is Fuse. For those who don't know what Fuse is, students studying animation, game design and art, user experience, and some theater students got together to create games for those in the Peoria area to play. At Fuse, you can explore the Peoria Riverfront Museum from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. to play animated games, card games, board games, and even more, watch animations free of charge. And don't forget that tonight is opening night for Men on Boats. The show will run from tonight until Sunday for their matinee. Tonight through Saturday's shows will be at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday's show will be at 2:30 p.m. in the Hartman Center. Student tickets are $10, so don't miss out on a night at the theater.
So, it's your last show.
Yeah, also, I don't know what that was. It was supposed to be bored, and I thought robbed for some reason. But bored. No, this has been so great to be part of BUTV, and I'm very fortunate for all the experiences that I've had here, directing, producing, and also being on set as a weather anchor, as anchor, and I'm very fortunate for you guys, especially.
Yes.
So thank you.
We're gonna miss you.
We're gonna miss you, Jake.
Yeah. Definitely gonna miss you.
Well, that's it for BUTV News this week. I'm Delaney Giles.
Oh, I'm Cassie Maxwell.
I'm Rachel Hobbs.
And I'm Jake Buds. We leave you tonight with a performance from First Date Kiss. Have a great night.